Hello everybody and welcome back to another Origin Showcase. In this Origin Showcase video, I'm going to be showcasing the Molten Spirit version 2 Origin created by 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 here. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 here is one of those more common denominator Origin creators that I've showcased a lot of them, so there's also a playlist that will be linked in the card above if you want to see more Origins coded and created by 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 here. Now this Origin is for version 1.17, but a very key note to keep in mind here, if you do attempt to run on a 1.16, a lot of things about this Origin will break as it does require a lot of the things present in 1.17. So of course keep that in mind. Moving into the Origin itself, it is a 3 impact Origin, meaning that it has the most impact upon the game itself. Running through the description, forge with the spirit of lava, engage with a burning raft, your powers are the fiery spirit born from the fire element. And hey, if you've been watching a lot of my content recently, I'd like to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button down below, or at least check that you are, because a lot of people watch a lot of videos on YouTube from certain YouTubers and never actually subscribe because YouTube doesn't exactly push that. Either way, leave a like and let's get into the actual abilities themselves. The first ability we have here is Fiery Strike. You possess the power to set people on fire when you hit them, and it has a 2-minute cooldown. This ability is guaranteed fire aspect 2 every 2 minutes upon hit. Now this does not make it so that fire aspect itself is a default enchantment that you don't need to worry about getting anymore, as this ability will only ever function for every 2 minutes. But this means that you can also have it on a trident or an axe or any of your other mobs, or you just punch them and then give them fire damage regardless of the fact that you just use your fist to punch them. Ultimately, it's not exactly too changing, it's something useful to have in your kit, and that's about it. Moving into your next ability, you've got Fire Spirit. Your flesh cannot be scalded or burnt by any heat source whose level is below the output of his maximum output. Basically, you can't be touched by fire. You're pretty much indefinitely fire resistance. You cannot burn in normal fire, lava will not hurt you, and blazes will do absolutely no damage to you because their fire will do nothing towards you. Anyway, moving to the next ability, you've got Lost Spirit. You are a lost fire spirit in the Hell Realm. Now this of course is abbreviation for the fact that you spawn the Nether. Now I have expressed my distaste for these type of things where you get forced to spawn in the Nether because it's always annoying to do that. Yes, it provides a cool and fun challenge, but sometimes you'll get a super duper unlucky spawn where you spawn in a very tiny pocket of air surrounded by layers upon layers of netherite, meaning it will take you hours upon hours to get out to any form of air before you can actually start playing Minecraft. There are many different problems with the Nether spawn, but it fits this Origin, so I guess I have to leave it at that. Moving to the next ability, you've got Fiery Nature. You are able to merge together into a pool of fire, giving you the ability to swim and have the sight in fire. You know, these are the type of Origins that I like, where they explain the abilities in such a way that you do kind of understand what they mean by the ability, but it's also explained in such a way that you find it intriguing nevertheless. Like, this is simply just the fact that you can actually see and swim in lava far better than what the normal Minecraft player is able to do. In fact, you can see in general, but this does give you like extreme night vision, so if you like half pop your head out for a split moment while you're in lava before you actually get out of the lava proper, everything around you will be ultra bright for no reason for a moment, then it goes back to normal. It's just funny in that nature, but you get the understanding of this ability. You can actually swim in lava, you can see in lava, meaning netherite mining in the Nether is going to be a little bit easier because you won't have to worry about those stupid lava pockets that appear everywhere, and you can explode everywhere, look in the lava itself in order to see if there's any netherite that the lava covered, and so many other good things along those lines. Moving to the next ability, you've got Energy Depletion. Your burning metabolism causes you to exhaust faster than the average Minecraft player. Now one thing I did notice with this is it doesn't actually really do much when it comes down to swimming around in lava, because you don't exactly lose too much hunger when you're swimming around at lava no matter what speed is. I mean, I did for several minutes and my hunger did not move at all, despite the fact that we're in hard mode on difficulty wise, but maybe that's just what happens in lava. But it does have a noticeable and quicker decrease when it comes to healing, as well as other different ideas and things that come with Minecraft and other ways that your hunger will deplete and things along those lines. Moving into your next ability, you've got Fiery Soul. Those souls that you have taken will forever be around you as small fire souls. So after playing around for a little while and trying to see what this ability really means and killing a very huge handful of mobs, I noticed that probably this is in reference towards those fire particles that are continuously spawning around you, and that all this ability actually does is just a cool visual effect that will probably get annoying at times when it comes to it, because it's going to continuously appear on your screen all the damn time without any of your choice being added. But hey, I guess it's something interesting to say the least. Moving to the next ability, we've got a spirit. As a fire spirit, you have less health than what you used to before you become a spirit. Yes, you have less health. Well, yeah, we pretty much all know at this point, like, you get less health in a majority of origins at this point. Some of them might give you more, but most of the time you just get less health from the origins. This one takes around 4 of your hearts off, and you have a fair bit less than all, but because of the fact that fire no longer damages you, nor lava will, so it kind of balances out there just on those own 2 regards there. Moving into your next ability, you've got Fire Spirit Unleash. You unleash your fiery spirit, gain you strength, speed, and regeneration for 20 seconds with a cooldown of a single minute. So this ability is pretty useful when it comes down to it, as you get a bit of regeneration, speed, and strength when it comes to battle, but a little bit of a side effect that will occur when you use this ability, you will be given a glowing effect on your character at the same time as well. Meaning at whatever point that you are actually using this ability, if you're close enough to any other players, you can easily be seen and spotted, therefore it makes you either an easier target or an easier target to avoid. This glowing effect lasts about just as long as the rest of the abilities do themselves, so you have strength, speed, regeneration, as well as glowing all together for 20 seconds, which is ultimately a really good useful boost, but as I said, you're also glowing, so you're also an easier target to hit as well, so it really just comes down to what you feel like is good about that part. But moving to the next ability, you've got Nova Flame. The human torch has the ability to mentally control the ambient heat energy within his immediate environment, making him able to melt everything in his way, toggleable, phantomized with a fire, to show if you're not phantomized or not. Again, this is a super similar thing when it comes to the other ability that I just showed off a moment ago, as this one will make you actually go red with your skin, as well as giving you a red glowing effect, meaning that it's clear to see that you're actually in your phantomizing mode, because when you're using your strength ability, you'll be having a white glowing effect around you, and when you're using your phantomizing ability, you have a red glowing effect around you, so it becomes distinctively obvious to anyone looking at you on what ability that you're currently in use, as well as you can't use the phantomizing ability to disappear into the walls so you can disappear and prank people again. Instead, you'll be painstakingly obvious where in the walls you are because you're glowing. But yeah, this is pretty much just a phantomizing effect, that's all it is. You can go through walls like it's nobody's business, just like a lot of other abilities in similar nature. Moving into your next ability, you've got Overcharge. Your body releases a high temperature blast which will explode your surroundings when you die. One thing important about this is it doesn't always happen every time you die, but it happens most of the time. Pretty much if you die within a quick succession of your last death, you won't explode again. I think roughly the time is around like 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, and then after that you might start to explode again, but it has a bit of a cooldown before you can do it again. It's essentially just a charged creeper explosion. Actually, it pretty much is, because it spawns a charged creeper on you when you die, immediately exploding. So if you kill a skeleton, zombie, or creeper near you, when you do that, you'll get their heads drop as well. So hey, you could farm some heads with this method. Moving to the next ability, you have Undying Fire. You're unable to actually light up in fire within cold places, making you have slowness and weakness when in cold places. Being in cold biomes such as the cold mountains, frozen oceans, the cold tangas, and all the other cold biomes in the similar nature as that one. Moving into your next ability, you've got Honored Spirit. You're honored for your ability to combat and never using your shield, making you unable to use your shield in regular combat, or at all for that matter. Do I need to explain this ability to you? I'm 90% sure we all understand how this one will work. It doesn't stop you from using the shield as a weapon against other mobs though, so yeah. Moving to your next ability, you've got the Heat Blast. You're able to channel your heat into an energy you can shoot at other people. Now at first, I had no idea what this was, mainly because of the fact that we're not using extra keybinds with this origin, so I was confused on, wait, this is the third ability that you have to use a button for. And after about a bunch of random button pressing, I figured out this is automatically key binded to your X key. So press your X key to activate this ability. But really what ends up happening is it shoots a thing kind of similar to what the Starborn shoots and what many other mobs do. It's like more of a magical particle effect that does a little bit of damage, just the particles are red in theming for the Molten Spirit. Side note, the particles are really big, so you're not exactly going to be able to see if you hit the target or not, but the best way to know if you hear a firework goes off or not, because a firework will never go off when the ability doesn't hit anyone, but if it does hit anyone, it will go off and you'll hear some firework noises and you might potentially see the mob get hurt. Moving into your next ability, you've got Burning Soul. Your Burning Soul is able to feed with the burning flames. Really, this is the reason why I wasn't losing any hunger earlier, because I was sitting in lava, but this means that if you're just sitting in lava, you won't lose any hunger no matter how long you swim for, because the flames as well as the fire will actually fuel your hunger. But to go in pair with this one here, your flaming hunger means you're only able to get saturation from flames and you're also unable to eat anything whatsoever. Anyhow, let me know, what are your thoughts on this origin? Do you think 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 here did a really good job on this one? Do you think it's an okay one? Or do you think is it overpowered, underpowered? What do you think? Give me your thoughts in the comments down below. I do tend to read through a lot of them. I definitely do try and respond as well as hard as many of them in the first hour as I possibly can. And as always, a massive thank you to my channel members, especially my $25 channel members, Holly the Void and Mr. Fletcher, as well as my $10 member, Decept, as well as every other channel member there are. There are over 60 of you guys currently, and I highly appreciate all of your support. Go check out the video released yesterday, the start of the SMP series that I'm starting. But either way, till next time guys, see you Wednesday, goodbye.